District. Mr. President, first let me commend your very good efforts. I want to talk about the opaque operation of service-wide votes. Mr. President, for some time now, one has observed that the disbursement from service-wide votes really have not been too open to the standing committees of the Senate. That has been very open to the appropriation committee of the Senate. Mr. President, we might just be reminded what service-wide vote makes, which is a budget that is put in a basket to meet the shortfalls, unanticipated shortfalls in recurrent and capital expenditures. Mr. President, in 2021, the service-wide votes, what was there was 758 billion. And in 2022, from MTEF and FSP adjustment that we made, the projection was that extra 510 billion were going to be added to what is the earmark for 2022. Mr. President, this is a huge sum of money. We know too that all MDAs and other personals of government go for certain approvals for them to be able to meet with this expenditure. But after they are expended, that is where it stops. When these agencies come for budget appraisal or budget performance before their standing committee, they don't disclose whatever is released to them for service-wide vote. This has been the practice. And I think it is very wrong to have such huge sums of money earmarked for service-wide votes, and at the end of the day, all the use of such money that are shrouded in secrecy. I think it's unacceptable to any parliament in the world. Therefore, I am asking that, Mr. President, that any disbursement that is made henceforth from service-wide vote, because on the expenditure side, it must be disclosed to the standing committees and appropriation so that they can compartmentalize this spending, or this expenditure accordingly. If you go to page 5, item number 22 of the President's speech, budget speech, he said that as of July 2021, 6.79 trillion had been used, that is on the expenditure side, out of which 4.17 was on the deficit, and this deficit was financed through domestic borrowing, which means some of this money that we are spending on service-wide votes, if it's on the current side to meet shortfalls in recurrent supplementation, it is important that those expenditures must be properly captured. Because we have said that all our borrowings that we are doing is supposed to be used to meet capital shortfall in capital expenditure for rebuilding of our own infrastructure. Therefore, I think it is important all disbursement from service-wide votes must be declared so that we know exactly what we are borrowing is properly being used, for the purpose, which is meeting with shortfalls in capital expenditure. Finally, Mr. President, I want to mention my state, Edo State, and in particular, my senatorial district. There is one road that has been an albatross for years, the Bini Abraka Road. Mr. President, I am calling on the executive and all the agencies that are so concerned to please look at Bini Abraka Road. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Senator